Hi, it's Roxroy here again. So just picking up on one of the points which I had left or I mentioned or in my last video. Um, I in my mind, I thought I was pretty much gonna just recover and then have this story to tell people about when I was in hospital and all this stuff. But it never, life's never that smooth. And if there's one thing that I've come to know is expect the unexpected. And so, um, but I wasn't thinking like that then, and so I really didn't want anyone to know or have visitors at all. And it was during COVID as well, so I don't think oh, we were just coming out of COVID. Um, so but I did get some visitors, and I was, to be fair, I had mixed feelings about it. I enjoyed them when they were there. I really did. I didn't want them when they were coming, but I did enjoy them when they were there. And so there might have been more visitors, but the ones I remember was Jorgito, who came to see me a few times, and Steph as well, who came, and these were like, I think, I'm not even sure whether I had any other friends. Like Robert came, I think. Um, and I mean, again, if I don't want to mention any names because I might forget some people, but I know that Nat came, and it was really, really encouraging. And I don't know, like it was a mixed feelings whilst I was there, because I was, yeah, I was embarrassed, um, and I also was, yeah, I just knew that I couldn't, there was a lot of things I couldn't do. And so for me, that was the more or the most difficult thing to take, is when you want to do things and you can't do it. And this was still well early into my stroke journey. This is like, I don't know, 2 months in hospital already, and and I'm realizing that this ain't going away quickly as I thought it was. And so even though I appreciated the visit, I think I even had my boss Seba and Amy come to see me as well from work. And I say my boss Seba, my friend, my boss. And then I had, yeah, Chantel and her mom send me a little writ, that something that they wrote, or that they got everyone else to chip in on, and it was really, really sweet, really, really touching as well. But again, it just infused that determination to come out and to be better when I came out. I can't, and literally right now, apart from those people, I can't really, I remember if any others did come to visit. So if you have, and I haven't mentioned your name, I'm really sorry. Um, but those are the ones that I can remember, and it was like I said, for the visits, during the visits, it was really, really touching. But then I don't know how I felt afterwards. It was just like going back to, and I just remember that feeling again, going back to either my room, because there was a period of time when I had my own room, and then going back into the the rooms with everyone else in, and just, yeah, just being alone again. That was probably the hardest part. Is yeah, the kind of being alone after the visits. Now that we're talking about it, I remember the first visit of my kids when they came. That was probably the most difficult. There was a few visits that actually were very difficult for me with them, and I remember them crying and or Carsten in particular crying, and it just bringing tears to me after they left, and that was really one of the again it was mixed feelings in terms of wanting to see them, yes, because every time I saw them it was like uh, a jolt of energy, but then at the same time wanting to do stuff with them that I just couldn't do. And I think that was probably the most difficult part, was just knowing that I couldn't do what I wanted to do with them. Um, yeah, and then having to see them go, and having them see me like that, and just yeah, it was difficult. It was and it got better, but it was just always so difficult. I remember just I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, because even though I wanted the visits, I still didn't like the feeling afterwards. And having to go back to my bed, and having to go back to my room, or having to go back to not having them around. And but in my mind, I was so determined that I was going to come out and have this story to tell. And I can't remember at what stage it was that I realized it wasn't going to be so easy. But yeah, for now, I'm going to leave it there. And so um, I'll I'll do the next part in a moment. Yeah.